service of the Liberia Broadcasting System. This is Newsline. For the next 30 minutes, we'll bring you the most reliable news from and about Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our one world. Today is Friday, February 10, 2023, and I'm now with Gume anchoring. In the headlines, Liberian Joint Security unveils a master plan ahead of this year's presidential and legislative elections. Federal Bureau of Investigation assists Liberian government in ongoing probe into the recent arms discovery in Monrovia. Liberia and Kingdom of Saudi Arabia signed full grant worth 500,000 United States dollars. And away from home, Equatorial Guinea declares two-day curfew in its northern province after an unknown illness killed at least 20 people. We also have sports, the weather report, the news in simple English and French all coming up. But first, Zokwe Beslo Kone and the news bulletin.
Liberia's Joint Security says it has developed a master plan to provide effective and maximum security protection for the citizenry during and after the 2023 elections. Justice Minister Councillor Musa Dean made the disclosure Thursday during a public hearing at the Senate. Minister Dean said the plan, if fully implemented, will help to maintain the peace and stability of the country.
Security mechanism put in place for the pending elections. We have done master plan. That plan requires the training of additional men. It's pharmaceutical. There's a timetable for that. Unfortunately, we are far behind time and the training has not commenced.
Councillor Dean said under the plan, the joint security actors will provide security protection for the National Elections Commission and staff and ordinary citizens during the electoral processes. The Justice Minister, however, called on the Senate to intervene through budgetary allotment to support the implementation of the plan. The Liberian government has confirmed ongoing FBI investigation into the recent discovery of arms and ammunition at the free port of Monrovia. Speaking at the Senate Thursday, Justice Minister Councillor Musa Dean said he was informed by the U.S. Embassy near Monrovia that the FBI has launched an inquiry into the matter. He told plenary that the U.S. Embassy is cooperating with the Liberian government into the investigation to bring the matter to a logical conclusion. The Justice Minister said the U.S. Embassy is concerned about the suspected armed deal and its intent for the nation and its people. The Liberian government, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, on Friday signed a note for rice donation to Liberia. The rice, valued at 500,000 US dollars, will be donated to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs by the King Salman Humanitarian Foundation based in Saudi Arabia. Speaking at the signing ceremony, Foreign Minister Maxwell Kimaya said the rice will be specifically for would-be disaster victims and people living with vulnerability. He added that the rice donation was made possible through a bilateral meeting held in Yamoussoukro with the ambassador of Saudi Arabia accredited to Liberia and Cote d'Ivoire in 2022. The chairperson of the National Elections Commission is holding meetings with stakeholders in the southeast ahead of October elections. Madam David Eto Brown Lasana is also engaging in awareness about the biometric voter registration exercise expected to begin March 20. The NEC boss visited the election magisterial office in Zueju, Grand Juda County and held talks with the county superintendent Kai Fali. Our correspondent said Madam Brown Lasana in a brief interview stressed zero tolerance for voters trucking during the voter registration and election periods. In another development, a monument of former President Samuel Kayando worth over 100,000 US dollars has been dedicated in Grand Juda County. The monument was erected through support by Grand Judeans residing in the Americas. The government, through the Office of the Vice President, has intervened in the long-standing protests at the Habel College in Margibi County. The latest follows a closed-door discussion Thursday with the student leadership at the college for reopening of the institution. According to our correspondent, Vice President Joel Howard Taylor has instructed the acting president, Isaac Kabawoli, to swiftly submit the immediate needs of the college through its relevant authorities. She at the same time assured her office support to the college's administration in settling arrears for part-time professors. Meanwhile, the students have expressed gratitude to the government for intervening in the matter. The Liberia Electricity Regulatory Commission (LERC) is seeking to license all electricians in the electricity sector. It followed a two-day technical review on the draft certification and licensing of electrical professional contractors regulations. The revision was also focused on the draft electrical wiring regulation and wiring code. LERC Managing Director Augustine Guano said the licensing of electricians is to ensure quality installations of electrical works at private, commercial, and industrial facilities. Mr. Guano said the regulation will also guide the importation of electrical wires into the country to avoid poor installation and electrical fire outbreak. And residents of Electoral District 3, Riverview County, are calling on national government to urgently intervene to stop the influx of Burkinabés in the county. The residents have termed the illegal crossing of Burkinabés in Riverview Forest as a national security threat. They told our correspondent that the Burkinabés in the county are carrying out intensive farming activities along border towns with the Ivory Coast. In another development, the bodies of two Ivorian men discovered on the Liberian side of the Kavala River have been turned over to the local Ivorian authorities. According to our correspondent, the two men went missing few days ago while fishing on the Ivorian side of the Kavala River.
Zokwe Beslo Kone and the news bulletin. She will be back later with the weather report.